This is my attempt at the 100 3-pointer solo challenge. I started the timer as soon as the camera went on, and this is my very first attempt, and I've never tried it before. So you gotta stay tuned to see what it's like. The full uncut version will be in a separate video linked down below. So there is no dishonesty. I didn't cut any clips that are incorrect. If you see the scoreboard on that screen, it's real. The full version is 18 minutes long. That's a little hint at how long this challenge took me. But I snipped it up and you get the highlights right here. So to get us started, I initially wanted to do 23 pointers. And then after that, I thought maybe I can do 50. And then eventually I just said, why not try 100? So that's exactly what I did in the end. As you can see early on, I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. You see the time right there? I am not changing it any bit. I'm going to start to miss a little bit, but we're going to go on some hot streaks. Keep in mind, you can attempt any of these yourselves. You can see the time, you can see the makes. I'm just a normal guy. I'm not a professional hooper. I'm curious. Can anyone down below comment what your best time is? Maybe post some clips because I'm really curious. Nobody tries this because self-rebounding is an absolute pain. I know if you use a shooting machine or if you have friends, you stand at the same spot, it's way easier to make. But catching a rebound, running back as fast as possible, I understand why nobody tries this challenge because it's a lot of cardio to make a few shots. I'm running back and forth like crazy. To be honest, I didn't even think I could get to 100. I was cramping up at the end. You're going to see. Now I'm going to make that 20. This is the time, 2 minutes 38. I think this is realistic. Someone out there can probably beat that, but I want to see you try it. As you can see, I'm just going to keep on continuing. At this point in time, I'm just thinking maybe I'll hit 50 and then call it a day. Everything is dropping in. It's looking smooth. The time is also very nice. We're going to see the next time at 25 makes. Even though I missed, the important thing is your mentality. Believing that every shot will go in, eventually you'll get it. 3 minutes 25, that's the 25 shots. I am going to cut a little bit of the clips later on, but you're going to see some of the big streaks. I achieved my best streak towards the end, actually, at around 70, 83 pointers. So consistency, practicing that mentality. I'm going to miss a few times here and there. We're going to cut out some of those, but here's the 50 time. 7 minutes and 45 seconds. At this point in time now, I'm getting gassed. You can see I'm no longer running. Everything is hurting. But my streak just keeps on going. So you know what? We got to push forward. 4 in a row. This is also a mental challenge for me because personally, I don't really practice shooting 3-pointers like this. Not as a challenge, never actually. I'm curious, what do most people do the challenges like? I see Twitch streamers like Flight Reacts. It took him an hour to get 100 3-pointers and he had people rebounding for him. So this must be harder, right? I want to see if you guys have any other suggestions, but here's another streak. We're going to get 10 in a row. The thing is, I missed straight after. So, you know, here is the next highlight stretch, 20 out of 21. Most people think that once you start missing a bunch, it's never going to go in again. But I started to lock in this time and things just went in consistently and straight through. I wanted to give up, to be honest, but everything, it was looking wet. To be honest, I was cheating a bit by trying to make it to the same spots. There's a time for 75 makes. It's a lot easier when you make the bucket and the ball bounces back. You don't have to run as far. So I'm trying to swish it as cleanly as possible, minimizing my run time to get the ball. I'm trying right here to alternate between two familiar spots. I know I can go to the top of the key, but these are what I'm most comfortable with. And every time I just alternate, it's going in. In my mind, I couldn't believe that the streak was going for this long. Of course, I missed once, but you know what? Get the rebound and it goes right in again. And this streak is the longest one that I have of 20 out of 21 shots. That's a lot. I didn't expect it to be this late as well. Think about how long. It's been 15 minutes of straight up shooting, catching the rebound, and then throwing back up. I gotta respect professionals because I made 100 shots and I'm getting bored at the end. I don't know how these guys can spend all day making 2,000 shots. Caleb Wilson, one of the young guys on the Bulls, he shoots 2,000 3-pointers a day. Even Patty Mills, I remember a story he told a long time ago. This is kind of inspired by that. Patty Mills would set himself a challenge of making 100 3-pointers and then he'll go home. Anyone else could participate around him as well. And boy, this is an experience for me. I did not expect it to last this long. I'm getting so tired. I do not know how people can shoot like this for an hour straight. But yes, I'm going to miss my biggest streak right now. 4 misses in a row. But I'm only 7 away from 100. Not going to give up. So we're going to push to the end. and it's gonna go in and in and in. I was getting a little bit worried because should I be posting times that are not impressive, not on a professional elite level? Well, I don't really want to take it from that perspective. I'm here to mentor and give my guidance, showing that any normal guy, not a professional hooper, can shoot like this. You just got to put the practice in, have the right mentality, and eventually anybody can do it, to be honest. You don't have to be Steph Curry, Damian Lillard. As long as you put in the reps, practice enough, you can shoot like this too. The most important thing at the end of the day is to get your body right, get those reps in, and trust you'll make those shots. Here we go, 17 minutes, 47 seconds. Here are the time splits. Maximum streaks 11, 10, 9, 9, 8, 6. But I also missed a few times. 4 in a row, 3 in a row, 3 in a row. And that shooting percentage, it kind of dipped hard after the 25 to 50 range. So you know I was starting to get gassed. And look at the timing. It took me 2 minutes 38 to make 20. And then 15 minutes to make 80 more. So the time also got longer and longer. I believe that if I ever try this again, I know how to pace myself better like a marathon. And I'll definitely get better from that. So let me know down in the comments below if you have any other ideas. Otherwise, feel free to give a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure to check out the full video. I'll see you guys later.